All right, welcome to 10.5, Graphing Proportional Relationships. We got 2 more lessons after this. So today we're going to be able to graph a rule that represents a proportional relationship. We're going to be able to graph using a table and identify and use slope correctly. That's the important part. Okay, so create a table for the following rule and then graph the results. So our rule is y equals 2x. Remember that really means 2 times x. Okay, so when x is 3, we really need to do 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and then we would do 2 times 2, and that's 4. Then we would do 2 times 1, which is 2. 2 times 0, which is 0. And then 2 times -1. So every time we did this, we switched out our x's. That gives us -2, because a positive times a negative is a negative. So now my ordered pair here is going to be 3, 6. So I'm going to go right 3, up 6. Then I have 2, 4. So I'm going to go right 2, up 4. One, 2. Right 1, up 2. 0, 0. That goes right through the middle. And -1, -2. So left 1, down 2. Okay, so now you're going to use something for a straight edge. I'm going to use a folder here. So I'm going to graph that line. I got a little off, but that's okay. Arrows on both ends. Okay. If I wanted to find the slope, slope is rise over run. Now this is a proportional relationship because it goes through 0, 0, and it's a straight line. Okay. But our slope here, if I think about rise over run, if I go between each of these points, it would go up and over, straight up and over, straight up and over, straight up and over. Every time it goes up 1, 2. And then it runs 1. 2 over 1 is really just 2. So every time it goes up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Notice that's right where that is. Okay. So proportional relationship, when we graph it, it really comes down to everything that looks something like this. Y equals mx. That's a proportional relationship. Okay. M is really this number right here. That M is really the slope of the line. And the line graph will always go through 0, 0. Okay? So that's the big idea today. So today we're going to graph this proportional relationship. So the first thing that we're always going to do is, because it looks like y equals mx, okay? So my y to be right underneath that y, x right underneath this x. So my m is right here in front of that x, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is plot 0, 0, because we know it's going to go through 0, 0. And if you're not sure, if I put in 0 for x, 0 times 2/3 is 0. That's why it always goes through 0. Okay, now we're going to use the slope. So slope is 2/3. So I'm going to rise 2, run 3. So without actually drawing, I'm going to just use my pen to go up 1, 2, and run 1, 2, 3. And then I make a point. Okay, I'm going to show that one more time. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and then I run 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to do it again because I have room. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3. All right, and then I'm going to use a straight edge to draw that line. And there is our graph. All right, so I would plotted 0, 0. I used that M, which is 2/3, and I would did rise 2, run 3, rise 2, run 3. All right, back side. Okay, number 2, it says graph the proportional relationship y equals negative 1/4 x. So right underneath the y, I'm going to keep my y, equals, underneath the negative 1/4, that's going to be our m, and then x. So the m is going to be negative 1/4. First thing I'm going to do is plot 0, 0. So it goes right in the middle. Then I'm going to use my slope. So my slope is negative 1/4. So negative 1/4. So that's my rise and my run. So my rise is negative 1. That actually means I'm going to go down 1 and then over 4. Okay, so I could go down 1, right 4. Another way I could have done this is by doing the opposites of that. So instead of down, I could have gone up 1, and then instead of right, go left 4. Okay, so from that point, I could go up 1, left 4. So now I have those 3 points. Okay. Again, using my folder for a straight line. Oops, I missed my points a little bit there. I'm in pen though, so I can't really fix it. Okay, last one is number 3. We're going to graph this proportional relationship, y equals 3x. So again, that's y equals mx. So our m is 3. Okay? So we're going to start by plotting 0, 0. And then from that point, that's my starting point. From there, I'm going to use my slope. Now my slope, my m, is 3. So it's going to be 3. And what number can I always put underneath whole numbers? I can always put a 1 there. So I'm going to rise 3, and then I'm going to run 1. So that would be up 3, and then right 1. Okay, so I'm going to go up 1. Sorry, I didn't let you write that. So I'm going to start at my starting point. That's 0, 0. That's right in the middle. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to run 1 to the right. So there's my point. Up 1, 2, 3, right 1. Okay, another way I could have done this is going the opposite. So instead of going up 3, I could have gone down 3 and then left 1. As long as it still goes uphill because it's a positive slope. So it goes down 1, 2, 3, over 1. And see, it's still on that line. Down 1, 2, 3, over 1. Use your folder or use something that's straight. And there's my line. Okay, so it says a proportional relationship always looks like y equals mx. No matter what that m is, it's always going to go through the point 0, 0. Because if I put in 0 for x, whatever m is, something times 0 is 0. And the m represents the slope, which is rise over run. So always make it a fraction. All right, that's it.